Peace. Peace and love. Welcome back to Vibes with Moody. Don't be making fun of my head bed, whatever, however the people say it nowadays. Don't be making fun of my hair. I'm not playing with you. I won't take a trade. Stop laughing at me. Anyways, so we're back to Vibes with Moody. Today we're going to be trading NASDAQ, right? So with us trading NASDAQ, you could be trading SPY, QQQ, or even SPX with me. You can even be trading ES, or you could just trade NASDAQ with me, right? However, you can follow along on any of those. You can ask for any type of analysis that you may need. However, give me some time. Let me share my screen. Bada bing, bada boom. Look at that. Look at that. Like magic. Bow. Anywho, we back in the building. So look, let's see what we see today. So I'm over here on a 2-minute time frame. I was doing a little charting. You feel me? Anyways, you know what? We're gonna say we're gonna enter in today up here. We're gonna do them like that. We're just gonna delete this little liquidity right there. Like that, like so. Bow! So we got an entry point here at $24,999.25, basically $25,000. Right? Right. Now we have another entry, not another, sorry, vocabulary. However, we have a put entry here at $24,943.50, right? Here on a 2-minute, I am seeing inverse head and shoulders, magnetized right now towards his neckline. We have an entry basically right above his neckline. I may find another entry as well as we continue to move forward. However, let's go ahead and take this bad boy up to a higher time frame because that's what I was about to do anyways, right? Okay, cool. We're checking her out. I still see an inverted head and shoulders here on a 4-hour. I'm being extremely biased. Ain't I? Look at me. Boom. Go and drop her down. Just see what we got going on. We got a nice little morning star going on. Okay. I don't even want to look at the hour no more. I was going to look at her. So we are testing the daily opening price, right, of where NASDAQ did open up. And that's going to be the price around $25,010, right? However, it is approaching our entry point right now. If we need to grab some different entry points, we will, right? The blue lines that you're seeing on my chart, that's going to be support and resistance, right? We're going to be looking at it over here because it's going to look better over here, right? So the blue lines that you see, as I was saying, is support and resistance. The orange lines are also support and resistance. They're just going to be called a golden pocket. They're going to be a stronger support and resistance. Don't want to say key level, just a stronger support and resistance, right? Your green lines are going to be areas where you can scale out of your trade, right? Keep that in mind. Now, if we're in the trade and we're in profits, we can scale out whenever we want to, right? These lines aren't our boss. So with that being said, here on a 45-minute time frame, right, we are sitting inside of a nice flag off of a bull flag, and inside of this flag we have a head and shoulders that populated, right? And it continues to bounce off a neckline. We have the neckline sitting around $24,902, right? Which we can also enter the trade there too if it decides to want to go down, right? The VIX is still sitting up pretty high, is at $25, right? So volatility is still here. So volatility is king when it comes to day traders and scalpers, right? We love volatility. So with that being said, let's bring it down to another small time frame from here. Let's go to a 15er. So here on the 15er, of course, I see this still the head and shoulders inside of the flag and things of that nature. Right now, that's just an overall pattern that's there that continues to create different patterns within its shoulder. However, I am now seeing a nice little cup and handle from a inverse cup and handle, right? And it's approaching my entry point, literally just triggered and went straight through it, right? So let's keep that in mind. Coming over here down to about a 5-minute time. Oop, nope, let's bring that back. Let's keep that over there like that. So bring this 15er down to about a 5-minute time frame, right? And going back to the 5-minute time frame, I see what I saw on the 2-minute time frame, right? Where it's an inverse head and shoulders, right? Nice cup and handle, bull flag wanting to break out. So we'll see how we'll take this trade, right? So now, I do have my put entry here at about $24,943. It is 9:22 in the AM. I'm looking at this market structure break here off of the inverted head and shoulders that pushed us all the way up, right? It did give us another one here. However, I'm setting another put entry right there. And let me see if I can get us another pretty cool one because to be honest with you, that was gonna be one of the best entries right there. Golly, that would be great. I'm saying we could still utilize this as an entry point, to be honest with you. And then let me just go ahead and fit this monster real quick, just in case she wants to play this range. Which will also show me that, there's a 50% retracement there. If they want to continue to hold that, I can trade that as well. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm not gonna try to create any more extra entry points. The main liquidity is sitting pretty high up here for the Bulls at $25,058, right? So that's already taking the price up over $50, right? And it did trigger my entry point, came down a tad bit, re-triggered and it re-entered. Well, we didn't re-enter. And now I was going to go test that daily opening price to see if we're going to stay above there. Remember, we're talking about that. So now after that, if we can go ahead and break back over that daily opening price, we'll go visit that 50% retracement. And 9 times out of 10, it'll like retrace just a tad bit. Or, the market's about to open, it'll just boom, shoot straight through again. Right. And we're not in the trade at the moment. So we'll see what happens. We'll definitely see what happens. All right. Let me make sure that I'm logged in. We got the VIX out here doing what it's supposed to do. And everything has triggered. Everything has triggered. Everything has triggered on the VIXy Dixie. Real VIXy Dixie Maxi. VIXy Dixie Maxi. So I see something. Hold on. I see that. Then that means that. Golly, man, it's 9:24. It just feels so like the market's gonna open up so like whenever it wants to. There goes another trigger. Bop. Golly, bro, come on, it's just running up without me. It hit the 50% retracement, just like I said. Y'all want to take it? Y'all want to get in the trade now? Peace and love. Y'all want to get in the trade now? Talk to me nice. Yeah, the private community, like, yeah, let's get in now. Nah, man, that ain't fair. We gotta let the options people. Well, they could get into, man. You gotta be patient, baby. Yeah, Big B said we gotta be patient. You feel me? Look, we be done right now. You see my entry? We be done, literally. Bow! Get out of town. She's gonna go freaking hit that whole range without me, bro. Are you kidding me? Are you really kidding me? Are you really kidding me? What time is it? Dang, I'm already knowing, bro, but this is annoying. She's gonna keep going up right now. It's just annoying. God, you won't leave nobody behind, man. You won't leave nobody behind. Some people just that trade options are used to like waiting for that market opening and things of that nature. So understandable. Ugh. However, it's up 21 points from my entry point. I'm biased. I'm gonna look for calls. I still feel like the market has some more downside to it, but I'm really excited about this market. I'm really excited. Gosh, man, every time I look at the clock, it's like 1 minute past and it feels like 3 minutes. Like, gosh, that's the understanding for you. Bull flagging. I just want to press call. I don't want to hit buy. Bull flagging. Just buy. Take me straight up there. Bat. 10 points. Off rip. Well, yeah, just pull back for me. Whatever you want to do, it's okay. You the boss. All right. Oh man, I love trading. I really do. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Why you gotta do everything? Oh no, let's not even talk to you like that. I love how you do everything that I say. I just love it. What was that? 10 points? No, almost 10 points. $8.50. Now that's 10 points. Jeez Louise. Yo, options. Y'all better be ready. Y'all better be ready. Gosh, man, you see that? Y'all better be ready. I ain't trying to hear it. Look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. 3 white soldiers off of a pin bar. Don't go. Look, she's gonna go. She's wanting to go right here to this green line. Half of the move, more than half of the move has happened. But it's all good. Because we're traders. This is what we do. This is what we do. And we got 1 minute left. Look at that. I got so excited just now. I was like, we got 1 minute left because I'm seeing that it's 9:29. I'm looking right here and I'm like, all right, I'm looking at the seconds chart. I look over here and I'm like, that thing said 58 seconds left. I was like, are you kidding me right now? Is you kidding me right now? Oh, snap. All right. All right. We have about 5 seconds and the market's about to open. I'm biased to the upside. Should have been in my fucking trade. Excuse my language. Don't worry, I'm used to it. I'm so used to it. Laugh. So, right now, waiting for a pullback. Waiting for a pullback, 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 pullback. I'm not just going to be impulsive and jump in, right? All right, now I'm about to be looking to get in. All right, I'm in. I'm in calls, y'all. Remember, just flirting with a little bit of profits, looking to scale now. Just took my first scale, taking my second scale here. All right, we're still in profits. Flirting with break even now. If I get another little push right here, go ahead and get you another scale right there. There we go. Now, if we could break over this blue line, I'll be done with the trade. I only have 2 contracts left. I'm flirting with break even. We're in profits right now. All right, I'm looking to break over. I don't want to touch my screen, but the blue line right here. She looks like she wants to sweep some liquidity first. There she goes. All right. I'm still in the trade with these 2 contracts. If it goes down to the green line here, I'll probably cut the trade, depending on how the price action looks. Doop, 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 doop. All right, I'm cutting it. Wow. That was perfect. Let me see if I take another one really quickly, because she has a nice little bull flag real quick. All right, I'm about to buy calls. I'm about to. I'm gonna let you know right when I'm in. All right, I'm in. I'm in, guys. I'm in. All right, I'm gonna get my first scale right here. I got 2 more contracts. I only went in with 4. I'm gonna get another scale here. We just whipped out liquidity, our highs. There we go. Come on, NASDAQ. I mean, VIXY. There we go. There we go. All right. I'm scaling, holding 1 contract here. Just holding this one contract. Looking to take out liquidity. This green line all the way up here. It's probably gray on this screen, but it should be green for you. All right, we're still in profits. You can take your profits whenever you like, or you can hold on with me to scale, or cut if she wants to go the opposite direction. Still in profits here, y'all. So if you haven't gotten any scales, you can go ahead and trim, take some profits out. We're literally getting closer to another high, so you could have gotten you a little bit of profits right there. Me, I only have one contract, so I'm kind of like married to this trade right now. And I'm willing to cut it for a small loss, or take it all the way up to this green line. All right, you can go ahead and get a scale if you haven't gotten a scale and you got multiple contracts. You just hit another high right now. If it goes a little bit under my break even, which is $25,079, I'll look to close the trade. If not, I'm just gonna hold this one contract, just risking it for a biscuit. I already took out, I already scaled out and made a good bit of money. It's playing with the break even right now, down just a tad bit, looking at support to see if we're gonna go ahead and get a reversal here, as we did. Let's see if we're gonna hold this reversal though with a confirmation, right? We just rejected our resistance, which was that blue line above. You can see it on the screen. I'm just staying put at looking at what's going on. We're still in profits, flirting with a little bit of profits and break even right now. I only have one contract, so it's only paying about $220 right now, $215, right? $120, $25, $90. As I said, it's playing with like break even and giving a little bit of profits. Seems like she's gonna want to come down just a tad bit to sweep out some liquidity. We have a nice little support right here. Not sure if I'm gonna wait for that support, right? Because we have a nice support that is bouncing off of right here, which is the 50% retracement. Let me just go ahead and chart that up. Be a little bit patient with myself. There it is right there, right? So we now seeing a nice little cup and handle right there, right? All right, she just came down a tad bit on me. If I don't get a nice reversal back over this 50% retracement, I'm gonna go ahead and cut that trade, right? We just went and tested it for the first time right now off of a nice tweezer bottom. Morningstar just triggered. We got a 3 white soldiers on a 5-second time frame. Nice Morningstar right here, right? So let's go ahead and see. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Almost took out the target. So let's go ahead and just wait, right? Nice little bull flag setting up. Nice bull flag setting up. Let's go ahead and see if we can get it past all these resistance. Let's go get that main resistance right there, right? And our new main target is going to be right here, right? Let's go ahead and make that green so that you know that you can scale out right there, right? And we're looking to break above that and bounce off of that and take it to the next target. And there it is. It's only about $380 right now. As I said, I'm just going to hold this one contract to see if we can go ahead and sweep out the main liquidity. That's at about $25 and $100.25. As you can tell right now, the way I'm talking, I am in a flow. Huh? What you say, Will? You made 1,000? Go ahead and close your trade. You're good. I just came down. I just came down to break even. Just up $65 at the moment. As I said, I'm just risking it for the biscuit. Um, why is that? Because I already made my money for the day. And there's only one contract. Only one contract, right? We're back in profits, $125 from just being down about 50 bucks. It's at 65, flirting with break even. As I mentioned, I'm looking to break over this green line. We already swept out the liquidity, so new liquidity sitting right about here. So I want to break and bounce around this level, meaning you see how you see these wicks right here, how it's rejecting. I want that to be above, right? You see how we got them wicks down below? I want a candlestick just like this, right above it. Spank me right back up, right? So let's just go ahead and stay patient. Just got back down to break even. Down a couple points, down $125, down 60 bucks, down 20 bucks, up $15, up $45, up $80, $130, $120. Just have this one contract still. Not looking to add to the position or anything. There's no reason to, right? I'm biased to the upside, so it's about just staying patient. All right, we're almost up to that level. So as I mentioned, I want to see us off this nice little bull flag. And look, I could try to just be a little bit greedy real quick. This is the move that I'm looking for right here. Let's see if I'm greedy enough. like about right here. So that should take us to at least this price target as well, right? However, I'm just looking to get this much. All right, we're only sitting at about $200, $300. Let's see if we can get this push. We are bouncing off of support here, this blue line, right? Let me just go ahead and move it. There it is. 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 Let's go ahead and see if we get that liquidity pool. Now we're getting that little bounce that I was looking for, remember? However, it couldn't hold. So let's go ahead and see. She may just go ahead and sweep out all this liquidity, so don't get scared, right? Don't get scared. She may come all the way down here to sweep out this liquidity, right? We're still in profits at $240. When we did hit those highs above those green lines, you should have scaled. I'll take the accountability. I should have told you that. However, once we get back up here, you can scale as well. Right? We're sitting at about $400. All right. I'm about to take profits. Why? Because I'm getting tired of being in the trade. And I think that that's a good problem. Getting tired of being in the trade, and profits is only up, what, 300 and something dollars, right? So I'm just giving it some time. If it goes under the blue line and the white line, I'm gonna cut the trade right here. We got a nice little morning star right here. It's only $460, 425. I will take full profits up here. I will take my full profits if she dares to take me all the way up here. It's only $500 right now. So what you saw me do was scout, and now I'm basically day trading. And as I mentioned, if she comes in between these two lines and closes anywhere in between these two lines, I'm just going to go ahead and take my trade. I'm not going to be in this free fall for her to sweep out all this liquidity. I'll just go ahead and take what she's giving me. All right. And basically we'll leave at least with like 300 and something bucks off that one contract, or lying to you about like 200 and something bucks. Right now we're sitting at 290. There's 450. There it is. We just got a new 5-minute time frame. So let's see if we get a nice little push. Because really we got to wait for like that new 15 minutes so we can have that first 10-minute volatility. But you got to play that one pretty quickly. Let's go ahead and see if we break over there. There it is. If you haven't gotten no scale, go ahead and scale. We just got to a new high. All right, if she comes down to that white and blue line, remember, I'm just going to go ahead and take profits. Or I'll take profits at my TP, or I'll just get tired of being in trade and say, hey, I'm taking profits. I think that's a good problem to have. All right, there we go. We just need to get back over the 5-minute opening price, and we're testing it. We just got over it. Let's go ahead and confirm that we can hold over the opening price, because we just got back under it. We're just flirting with it. She just tested that white line. I'm gonna just go ahead and take profits right there. I'm okay. Ugh. You said what? You made 9,000. That's what I'm talking about, bro. He said I made 9,000. Hey, stay on real. You're more than welcome. Stay on real quick. Uh, until I get to the private community, I'm about to close it out here on YouTube. Let me just at least explain why I took the trade, right? So guys, yeah, I caught the analysis as I was charting still and things of that nature. I'm gonna bring you down here to the 5-second time frame, because this is the time frame that I'm utilizing to enter my trades, right? So as we see here, and I'm just gonna go ahead and be very transparent, right? You saw me being annoyed, and that's why you heard me say laugh it off and things of that nature, right? And I'm allowing myself to be seen that way because I'm coaching my coaching program, and I want them to be able to see specific things, right? So they already know, yes, Moody would be in his trade, because he continues to say that, like he would have already been in that trade, right? So we had an entry point here at around, why can I see my entry point right here? Because this thing just smacked though. This thing, I forgot. Ooh. See, I already forgot. We smacked out, right? So we had an entry point here at around $25,000 basically. It was $24,999.25, right? So before the market opened up, we went ahead and triggered, retested that entry, and blasted off of it, right? I also said that if it holds the 50% retracement, this is somewhere I wanted to get in, right? However, as we see, because this chart can't lie to you, down here you see 930, right? So we open up here at 930, and I kept saying that, like, man, I need to be in my trade already. Right, you heard some, oh, well, you can't hear the private community. However, they were like, hey, Moody, we'll be in the trade if you tell us to, like, you know what I'm saying? However, I'm also wanting to wait on options and things of that nature, right? So, and then I also tell myself where it's like, this is just for me and my own growth, where it's like, man, if you're such a great trader, like you think you are, I talk to myself the same way. You think you're such a great trader, right? You're one of the best traders in the world. Well, why don't you just wait? Right? And you see me do that, right? So she just blasted off right here with what? A 34-point move. And I was saying that she could smack up about 50 points, right? So she basically gave us that 50 points. Why? Because this was a 34-point move. And you can see that right up here, right? 34 points plus all of these. See, like this right here was 8 points. So I'll just take 2 more points off of that, right? And make it 10. That's 40, what? 4 points. And then I can get a little bit more from right here, which is what? 4 points. That's almost 50 points. So with that happening, right? We went ahead and started flagging out. And this is why you see, okay, I started to say, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and enter my trade in now. Why is that? Because I was very biased to the upside. Not only am I biased to the upside, the VIX was triggering me that the market is going up. And why is that? Because VIX was pulling back. See, if I bring it in, VIX kept pulling back. So I knew, hey, if the VIX is dropping, the market is going to be pushing up. Just like how you see in red bars right now in the market, that's because the VIX is bouncing, it's pushing back up, right? And you're seeing that where it drained all the way through. Remember, I said, hey, I don't even want to, I'm going to get out somewhere right here. Remember that? And now you have that understanding, right? She almost hit my TP, right? So it's a good thing that I told myself, hey, I'm either going to stop out in profits or hit the TP or just get tired of the trade in profits and close. Why? Because I would have lost all my profits right there, right? So with that being said, to be honest with you, with it holding this 50% retracement and you saw me draw it on the 15-second time frame, that was another thing that told me, okay, cool. If we can hold this bar, right? Meaning this bar already got printed out and it's going to be printing more bars. If we can hold that level at least, go ahead and play your calls, right? And that's why you see me go ahead and take 2 trades with you guys. The first trade, the reason I took the second trade is because I was like, I'm not sure if they made, an ample amount of money. And I don't want them to feel like that they're gonna trade with me and it's like, oh man, maybe I'll make money, maybe I'm not. I don't like people to feel like that because I do understand. That's why I trade affordable things. I'm not gonna sit here in front of your face and trade Tesla, at a certain premium, knowing that you potentially can't buy a few of those contracts, right? That's not how you play the game. You got to play the game with your village, right? So that you all can reap the success, right? If you're a great trader, you could just go ahead and take some of your own trades on your own. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, we knocked out 2 trades, left with profits. I told you that you could trade SPY or QQQ or even SPX. I would tell you to, if you're in options, just go ahead and go to SPX. You're gonna make so much more money, and I know what I'm doing, right? You have to pay attention to that. When there's someone around telling you, hey, you're good, I know what I'm doing, you need to learn how to follow that person, right? And kill any negative thoughts that you may have in your head. Why? Because that person is very, very, very confident in himself, right? It's just like going to a doctor and a doctor is giving you an analysis or diagnosis behind whatever you're going through, right? The questions, this is what I want you to understand. People love your personality and things of that nature. What wows them is the questions that you ask them. That's going to help that person subconsciously understand how much you know in this game. That's why people are wild when they come into my coaching program because I ask the right questions. The right questions, right? It's not You have to understand your tax strategist is going to ask you specific questions if you're in a specific tax bracket, if you're specifically doing something, right? So that's why I say ask questions, because questions help you identify where one is at so that you can help them rise from that situation. So with that being said, may the Lord continue to bless us all from the crown of our heads to the sole of our feet, back to the crown of our heads. Remember to be kind and genuine to others. However, the way I say it is remember to be kind and genuine to yourself, and that'll help you be kind to others. I normally don't bring this vibe into YouTube. However, I want to send some positive messages your way. So with that being said, I'm about to go to the private community, see if we could catch some more trades, see if we go test this daily opening price and see how we trade from there, right? The only favor I'm going to ask for you is to like, share, and subscribe. Look how we just triggering a Vixie. Like, share, and subscribe. You know, share this live trade with about 4 or 5 people, right? Whether they were able to make money or not make money. Be a blessing to someone, right? If you've been on here for what, a month or 2 months and you've seen the consistency, I would tell you take it for yourself. However, be a blessing for another, right? Don't just see something like, oh, wow, why? Because, hey, look, maybe you're a blessing to another person. Maybe that person catches onto it a little bit better and quicker that they now see what you needed help with and like, hey, look, this is what you need, right? Trading is all about self-mastery. Peace and love.